Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've got my puppy here today, Miss Fuzzy Butters. I don't know if you saw my get ready with me with the Delium tools and my Deck of Scarlet palette. Anyway, that's when I introduced her to the world. But I thought I would show her today because I'm going to be doing a haul from my New York City trip. I came back last week and I actually got some puppy stuff. So let's start with that because I can't hold her like this for too long while I'm trying to film. But I got her this shirt. Isn't it cute? It's like this striped shirt. It's way too big for her at the moment, but I think she'll grow into it nicely. So I posted a picture of her on her Instagram feed. If you want to follow her, by the way, she's Miss Fuzzy Butters on Instagram, all one word. And a lot of people were talking about how she looked like a little prisoner, but I think she actually looks very Parisian. I think it looks more Gautier than prison wear. So I was in New York because I was actually, I'm a knitwear designer for those of you who don't know, but I was releasing a collection with the yarn company and we did a whole big like party at their space in the West Village, which is absolutely gorgeous. And one of my friends came and she brought a little present for Fuzzy Butters. So I haven't even presented her with this present yet, but look at this. It's a squishy Metro card. Isn't this the best? Oh my god, I just love this. How should we do this? Hey baby, you want your Metro card? You want your Metro card? Where you going with your Metro card? Where you going? Huh? Where you going with your Metro card? You You are so cute. Okay, alright, I'll put you down. So you can go play with your new toy. Even though I'm deliriously tired, I am loving having a puppy. It adds so much life to the house and it just, I don't know, makes our home so warm. All right, so on to the beauty stuff. So I'm in New York and of course I'm gonna go shopping. So I hit Bergdorf's, Saks, and the Sephora's there. Let's start with, I went to Sephora first. So let's start there. I got a bunch of Burberry stuff because, I don't know, it's just, I bought a bunch of their single eyeshadows many, many moons ago and then I kind of just never really revisited them for some reason. I don't know why. So I thought, why not? I got one of their blushes, one of their highlighters, and then one of their lip contours. This lip contour is really nice. She's getting crazy with her Metro card. This lip contour is really nice. This is what it looks like. It actually looks like one of their cream eyeshadow sticks. And it is meant to be used as a lipstick. And it's in these shades, these very sort of natural, semi-cool shades that allow you to kind of overline your lips, make them look a little bit plumper if you want. So I got number 2. I think there's 4 colors altogether. I wanted 2 and 3, but 3 seemed to be sold out everywhere. So that's number 2. Really pretty. It's actually kind of similar to what I have on. I don't have it on. I actually have my Armani Lip Maestro in 202 on, but it's a little... Maybe it's a little bit more brown than what I have on, but very, very similar. And then I got one of the natural blushes. So this is Earthy Blush. I've actually been eyeing this one for quite a long time. This is not a new product in any way. None of these things actually are new products in any way. But this is like such a pretty neutral blush that I think you could use as a contour as well. Such a nice nude shade. You can see that. There it is. So I thought this was a must-have. And then I picked up one of their highlighters. I was surprised that I didn't have any of their highlighters. So I picked up Rose Gold, number 4. And it just has the prettiest imprint. Again, not new, so I'm sure you guys have seen this already. But such a pretty imprint. That's what that looks like. And a really pretty kind of like peachy sheen. So I'm really excited to dig into these. So those are the things I picked up from Sephora, from Burberry. I also picked up the Armani Lip Maestro in 200. So I have 202 on, and every time I put this on, you guys always ask me what I have on my lips, and I just love the formula. This particular color is really, really great for like every day, and I also feel like it goes with so many different eye looks, and I think it can go kind of warm, cool. Anyway, so I got 200, which is a more deep, more like kind of cinnamony color. So let me go ahead and swatch this. So there is 200, and again I have 202 on my lips, so you can see that it's quite a bit deeper. This is, I believe, yeah, this is the last thing that I picked up from Sephora there. I threw out the box because I just didn't want to pack it. But this is the Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick. So when I did my favorite cream eyeshadows, a lot of you commented about loving the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks, and they came out with matte colors, which were a bit more appealing to me. So I picked up, what shade is this? I guess it's called Au Naturel. This is what it looks like. And I wore this when I was in New York, and I really loved it. Just a really pretty shade that you can kind of just swipe all over, and then add some, you know, shimmer on top if you want, or, you know, just liner and mascara, and you're good to go. So this is really beautiful, and the formula is really nice. It goes on really, really easily, very slick, blendable, and then it kind of dries down a bit so it doesn't feel like it's too wet, like it's going to move around or anything all day. So I like this. So thank you guys for recommending the caviar stick to me. All right, next let's talk about what I picked up at Bergdorf. Chantecaille came out with a new highlighter for Lunar New Year. This is Year of the Dog Face Highlighter, limited edition, and I'm going to be perfectly honest, when I swatched it in store, I was not totally impressed, but I had to get it because it has like a wolf, their wolf imprint on there. So that's what the highlighter looks like. There's an overspray on there, which I really don't like when they do that. Chantecaille always kind of puts an overspray on their little like powder products that have like an embossing on them. I don't know, maybe it's to show off the embossing a little bit more, maybe it's to make it look a little bit more glitzy, but I can't stand it because you kind of have to work through it. So I'm going to swatch this, but you're going to see a lot of the overspray on there, which is not part of the product. So I think I got most of the overspray off. So here is the powder, and here it is swatched. So it definitely has like a highlighted quality to it, but it's not like the highlighters that I generally like, which are, you know, wet looking and really metallic and reflective. This is more of, I think people would probably consider this more of like a finishing powder, or like a true kind of like highlight powder where it just sort of brightens your area. So, so probably not my favorite highlighter in the world, but I did want to get it for the limited edition Year of the Dog thing. I also decided to try something from Le Métier de Beauté. I'm probably slaughtering it. This is one of their like swing out kind of palettes, I guess you could say. They do this, and they have for like, you know, eyeshadows and eyeshadow and blushes and all sorts of configurations. This is like a limited edition, I believe, breast cancer one. It's called Kaleidoscope. That's what they call this form factor, is a kaleidoscope. And this is in Flash Phenomenon. So this is like all highlighters, or all, I should say, all like kind of shimmery powders. And, you know, I was looking at the tester in the store, and I didn't realize kind of how cheap this packaging is. It's like super plasticky, which is okay, but their name isn't even printed on there. It's like a sticker. And I just felt like that's really, I don't know, really cheap for a brand that I kind of consider a little bit more high-end. So, I don't know, that was a little disappointing, but the products I have to play around with a little bit more, but this this packaging is really cool. It has this mirror up at the top that flips open, and then each of these powders like swings out. So there's one, and there's 4 in here altogether. Here's 2. I feel like an eye doctor right now. Here's 3, and then here is, oops, here is 4. So it just goes from light to dark. Let me go ahead and swatch these for you. The powders are really creamy and soft to the touch. So here are the 4 shades. So there are the 4 highlighty shades, but they're really pretty, and I like the feel of the powders. I will definitely have to see how they work on the skin, but they are very like soft and smooth. And then the last thing I got at Bergdorf is a skincare item. This is from Ray Trouvé, slaughtering that name as well, and it is the Luminous Cleansing Elixir. And I've been wanting to try this brand. I saw it on their website and it just looked very, very interesting to me. So this is a lush, silky cleansing balm enriched with hydrating avocado oil that leaves skin feeling soft and smooth. So I happen to like a cleansing balm. It's what I use sort of as like a second cleanse. And I believe this brand, as fancy as their name is, I think they're American. It's made in the US and yeah, in California. So let's open this up. The packaging is really beautiful. I like this really dramatic black packaging. I was further intrigued at the store because, you know, in a cleansing balm, when I hear a cleansing balm, I think it's going to be in like a tub, in a jar. And that's what it appeared to be in at first. Look at this box. Wow, that's very cool. And then here is the jar. So I thought it was simply just going to be a tub of cleansing balm, but it actually, when you lift that off, there's actually a pump in here. So I was like, yes, I am, you know, not the biggest fan of things in tubs. You know, as easy as it is, it's just not very hygienic. So I thought a cleansing balm with a pump, I definitely want to try this. So I will report back on how effective it is as an actual cleansing balm. All right, and finally I stopped into Saks and I purchased a whole bunch of stuff from the Gucci counter and from the Decorte counter. So let me show you the Gucci stuff. Again, none of this is new. I picked up eyeshadow quad, a blush, and a single shadow. And then they gave me a free mascara, which I will have to try. But let me show you these things. So I was on just like a nude blush kick because I just got that Burberry earthy blush, and I wanted to get this Gucci Spicy Petal blush. So here's the Gucci compact, which is always so beautiful. And then here is Spicy Petal. So I have Nude Freesia, which is a little bit of a peachier, well, is it peachier? It's a little peachier and pinker than this shade, but this one is really pretty. It's like a nude peach color. There is Spicy Petal. So I think I tried to order this online a couple of times and it was always sold out. So I was happy that they had it in store. And then I also decided to try a quad. So I have a Gucci Eye Duo, which is, it's nice. I don't know, for some reason I don't reach for it more often. In fact, I need to take that out. But I thought, let me try one of the quads. And this one, I have to say, never caught my eye online. But swatching it in person, talking to the very convincing saleswoman, I decided to go for this. So, sorry, let me just take the brushes out. But here is the quad, and this is in number 30, Crystal Copper. And I think online, this just looks kind of like straight up orange. This looks sort of like straight up red, and this looks straight up yellow. But that's not really the case. They're more like shimmers. So this is more of like a white gold, and this is more of like a copper color. But let me stop rambling and swatch these for you. So here are the 4 colors. So here are this is the blush. Here are the 4 eyeshadow colors. I just thought it was really different looking. This is a quad. I don't feel like I've ever seen a configuration like this before. So anyway, I thought I would give it a shot. The powders are what you expect. They're very soft, they're very creamy, they're very buttery, and we'll have to see how they perform on the eyes. I have not gotten a chance to try them yet, so I am excited to. And then I got one of their single shadows. This is the Gucci Eye Magnetic Color Shadow Mono, and I got it in Iconic Bronze. This is really, really pretty. Here is what that looks like. There's a swatch. There is Iconic Bronze. It's such a bright, glitzy kind of bronze. It's really pretty. And it has little micro glitters in there. So beware if you are interested in this. There are some micro glitters in there. I know that is not everyone's favorite thing. So Anyway, I'm really happy about that one. I think that's all I got at the Gucci counter. Yeah, that's all I got at Gucci. And then I went over to the Decorte counter, and this is a Japanese brand that is was just sort of introduced to the US, and I believe that they have an exclusive at Saks. So I've been wanting to try them, but I don't know, it just wasn't kind of high on my priority list. So while I was there, I hit the counter and I ended up getting quite a few things. So I got their micro treatment fluid serum. It comes in this huge box. It's just skincare, so I'm not even gonna bother opening it just now. But it's one of those serums where you put on before anything else, you know, right after you finish cleansing, and it's supposed to help your skin absorb and work with whatever other skincare you have. It's supposed to kind of like open up and allow your skin to kind of receive other skincare better. I don't know, I'm a total sucker, but the guy at the counter, the S8 Sergio, if you are in New York and you stop by Saks, see Sergio at Decorte. He's wonderful, and he's adorable too. But he put this on my face. It just felt really good. It had like a slight cooling effect. It was just really kind of like refreshing on the skin. So I picked this up, and then I also got, I was kind of debating, they have two foundations, at least two at Saks. One in the jar, and then one that's like a tinted SPF. You know, I really wanted to try out the one in the jar, but I felt like I would probably use the tinted SPF more. So that's what I got. It's called Sheer Brilliance. It's a soft lifting tint with an SPF 32. And so I got number 2. When he first put it on my skin, I thought, oh, this looks really great. It's very natural. It's not like dewy. It's not matte. I just thought it had a very sort of natural skin feeling and look. And then, and it felt weightless, and it felt really great. And then by the end of the day, I thought that it maybe looked a little bit dry under my eyes. But he also used their concealer, which I was not really a fan of. So I thought maybe the concealer was doing that. It was also really cold in New York, and the wind, and I just felt like everything was kind of like just crackling up on my face. So I thought, let me just get it. I'm going to give it a shot here, and we'll do it together. I figured, you know, I'll do like one of those, you know, full day wear tests with this. But this is what the packaging looks like. So here, and it's very liquidy, and you have to shake it up. That has like a mixer ball in there. So yeah, so we'll see. It has, I believe, physical SPF. Anyway, if I end up actually liking this and I don't feel like it makes my skin look too dry, I may actually get number 3 also, because I felt like 2 was just bordering on being a little bit too pale. So I think maybe I'll get, if I do like it, I'll get 3, mix them together, blah, blah, blah. I'm rambling, but we'll do an all-day wear test with that for sure in the very near future. And then I also purchased their Soft Perfecting Powder. This is a pressed powder. This powder feels so amazing and unique. When I felt the Chantecaille powders for the first time, I was like, I've never felt anything so fine and so soft. This is also fine and soft. It's not quite as silky feeling, but there's like something to it. It's a very interesting powder. So I had to get it. And again, you know, I don't know if my skin looked dry, maybe because of this powder, but I thought I would give it all a shot. But I just really liked how it felt. Liked how it felt on my hand. So this is what the compact looks like. Very sleek, all black. And here is the powder. Comes with a little puff. And there's the powder in there. I don't believe that they have any shades. It's just this one shade. It's supposed to be universal, and I'll just read very briefly what this says. Breathable powder, finely micro milled, virtually entwines with skin, and just a touch perfects makeup, softens shine, creates a better than bare complexion. So I'm probably the most excited for the powder. It just felt really unique, very interesting, nothing I had ever felt before. So I will definitely be using that. I think I'll go ahead and use it when I record the all day wear with this. I'll go ahead and use this powder so we can kind of check them out together. And then I got something I would not normally get, but I was kind of like sucked into the moment. And again, Sergio, the SA at the Decorte counter, is wonderful, and just very convincing. So this is the lip palette, which you can also use for cheek. It's basically just cream products. Again, sleek, black, compact. And there's two colorways that I saw available. One that had like brighter reds, and then one that had nudes. So I went and got the nudes. And here is what that looks like. Let me go ahead and swatch these. They're very, very pigmented. You can see that. Let me swatch them down here. I won't run out of room. Here are the 4 lip colors down here. Again, very, very nude, and I think that they would work very nicely on the cheek. But that's it. That is my New York City beauty and puppy haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments down below. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.